Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my version of a monthly favorites video. If you're new to my channel, this is where I kind of go through the stuff that I've bought over the month or tried. Doesn't necessarily have to be makeup. Sometimes I do like music I've been listening to, but this month I'm gonna do a little bit of a different thing at the end as opposed to the music. I'm sorry for those of you guys who like watching my extremely cringy music breakdown recommendations. But yeah, I might squeeze in some music if I am not going like too long with this video at the very end, but this is where I kind of go through the stuff that I bought and tell you how I feel about it. I used to call it my likes and gripes, but it was like it just kind of started dwindling. I do sometimes, we'll talk about favorites, like old favorites that I use, but aside from that, I feel like doing a recap is just a lot easier. And the reason I'm combining May and June this month is because my mom's actually going to be in town here in a few days, so I don't plan on filming for the rest of June. Right now I'm just kind of pre-filming, and then I'll get back to like an actual monthly favorites at the end of July. Okay, if that's cool with you guys. And I'll add like the last couple weeks of June into that one. So here we go. Starting with makeup, because I know that's why most of you are probably here. I'm going to talk about the eyeshadow palettes that I bought this month. So I only bought 2 eyeshadow palettes this month. I usually don't buy any eyeshadow palettes. And I know, real quick, I'm going to address something in my previous monthly favorites video. I did talk about the fact that I had ordered the Kat Von D 10th anniversary palette. Now, before all the shit went down with her, I actually canceled that order, and here's why. Because, and I think I may have talked about this in another video, but just to kind of keep the recaps together and cohesive, I canceled it because they never freaking shipped it to me, and it like got back ordered and then they didn't tell me. So I was like, screw this, I don't want it anymore, guys. Just cancel it. And then by that time, like a lot of reviews had come out, some of which were like, well, it's good if you don't have anything like this, but it's not like a mind-blowing formula. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to hold off because it's kind of an expensive palette. And I mean, I was just like, whatever, I don't want it. And now I definitely don't want it. So the eyeshadow palettes I did buy, and I actually recently filmed a tutorial for this one. This is the MakeupShayla Perception palette by Colourpop. Oh my God, I love this palette. It is my favorite packaging of any palette I own, and it is like slowly creeping up there to the very top of just any palette in general that I own. I love this palette. This blue brown, or whatever they call it, it's not as true of a blue brown as some of the other blue browns, but oh my God, it's pretty. Like I just barely touched it, and it is the best shade like this I've ever used. It's the one called Sassy right here. It is just incredible. And yeah, I really love this palette. I highly recommend it. So I guess I could call this one a favorite because I have had it for a while. I have used it a lot. And I know this is a favorite palette of mine. Not just a favorite of the month or the past 2 months, like a favorite of all the palettes that I own, if that tells you anything. Now, the next palette that I got, some of you may know this if you saw my tutorial, this is the BH Cosmetics Weekend Festival palette, and I love this palette as well. There are a few shades in here of the shimmers that I'm gonna tell you right now are kind of crumbly. They don't want to hold together as well, and they're not as pigmented as they appear in the palette unless you wet them. Just kind of like this green shade. You can see how crumbly it kind of is. Let's see if we can zoom in just to give you an idea how dusty it is. But I'll swatch it right here, and it's really pretty. Like, it is not a dud. Like, I wouldn't call it a dud at all. It's just, you know, to get it onto your eyelid the way that it appears in the pan, you're probably going to have to wet it. But that's not a deal breaker for me. Like, I've tried using it with my finger, and that works as well. So either way, wet it, use your finger. One of the two things is bound to work for you. The rest of these shades, though, oh my God, I love them so much. There is this blue right here. I call it a cerulean blue. It is just freaking gorgeous. I love the color scheme of this palette, or color story, whatever you want to call it. It is so unique. When I saw this, I wanted it for a while, and then I finally got it when I did a collab with a few other girls, and then one of them was using this palette, and I thought what she did was fantastic. Her name's Lauren Jo. If you want to go check out her channel, she has a great channel as well, and she did some awesome things with this palette, and I'll link the video that I'm talking about down below. But that is what ultimately sold me on this palette, and I have no regrets. I love this palette, and I got it for a really good price. I think it was like 13 bucks plus shipping. I love BH Cosmetics in general when it comes to their eyeshadows. Every BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palette I've ever gotten, I've been extremely happy with, and it's just so affordable. I want to say cheap because that's just like in my vernacular. I just want to be like, it's so cheap because yeah, but it's affordable. You know what I mean? Like I can afford it. So the only other makeup item that I got this month is a lipstick, and it is like a cream lipstick. It's a bullet lipstick. I don't buy bullet lipsticks very often, But when I ordered the MakeupShayla palette, I was like, man, I want to try that new bullet lipstick formula by Colourpop. Here it is. This is the one called Tulips. I believe that's what it's called. For some reason, there's not a sticker on the bottom of it, and there never was. But I like it. It's a different kind of color, and it's got like some fuzz on it right here. So here's a swatch of it. It looks a lot more peach on me than it did on any of the models on the website. But I still like it. Like, it's a good nude. It's just not as light as I thought it was going to be, judging by like the swatches and stuff I saw on their website. I thought it was going to be a lot lighter. But I mean, it's easy to wear. Like, if I'm like running late for work, or if I'm just like in a hurry and I know I want to do like colorful eyeshadow and I want to spend all the time on my eyeshadow and not too much time like getting perfect lip line with a liquid lipstick, then I'll throw this on and then I can just like touch it up really easy because it's a nude lipstick. So I don't generally wear a lot of bullet lipsticks because where I work, I don't really get a lot of opportunities to touch my lipstick up. But this one, since it's nude and light and it doesn't require a lot of care, I can just put it on really without a mirror. I can kind of touch up the center of my lips if I need to. So I do like it. I love the formula though. Man, the formula is great. And it just feels heavy. Like the packaging is so nice. Like the formula and packaging alone makes me really want to try some more of these lipsticks. There's a blue one that I really want to try. Like I said, I'm not even a huge fan of bullet lipsticks in general, and I like it. So I'm going to talk about one more makeup product. Some of you may be surprised to see this making an appearance at all, but it's the Pacifica Black Crystal Supercharged Extending Mineral Mascara. Boom. Beautiful packaging, first of all. I've said a million times how much I hate this mascara, but I actually had somebody in the comments, and if I can dig that comment up and link who it was right here, I will. She actually recommended to me that, or she has black hair like I do. I mean, mine's not black, I dye it, but you know what I mean. She said that she actually uses like a black mascara as her brow gel sometimes, because I mentioned wanting to try the Glossier Boy Brow because somebody else had recommended that to me, and I still want to try it, but until then, I think I'm just going to use this. I've been putting it on my brows lately, mainly just to kind of use this up, and because I'm actually out of my NYX micro brow right now and I haven't really been to an Ulta or anywhere, or Target or anything to pick a new one up. So I don't know. I think I actually found a legitimate use for this garbage mascara. It's not so bad as an eyebrow mascara, because the other thing is, it's not super black. Like, and I noticed that because it says it has like mica in it. It's supposed to be shiny and twinkly. Who wants that on their eyelashes? I don't know. But I was like, you know what? I like the little brush and I like using it on my lower lash line, so I'm going to do that. It just wasn't black enough. Like, it didn't match my upper lashes. When I would put black mascara on my upper lashes, there was a noticeable difference. I know it sounds super picky and petty right now, so I'm just going to shut up. But yeah. Good brow mascara for me. Okay, now we're going to start and get into some of the non-makeup stuff. Feel free to nope out right now if you want to. But let's talk about some like skincare and stuff. And I'm going to start with this Yes to Carrots Nourishing Fragrance-Free Daily Cream Facial Cleanser. Why everything has to have such a long name, I will never understand. I used to use the Yes to Carrots shampoo, and I used it for years. I think you can only get it at like one drugstore now, and it's like, you know how I'll have a sticker on it that's like, this is only supposed to be sold here. I found it at other retailers. Please report them to this agency. You know what I'm talking about? This isn't that bad. Normally I use the CeraVe moisturizing cleanser or whatever, and I've gone through so many of those, but one day it was out of stock. Let me see if I can find another cream facial cleanser, and I found this. And it's, yeah, I mean, it's really not that bad. I don't think I like it as much as the CeraVe, but I like it enough to use it. It's unscented. It does have aloe vera in it. I know some people are actually allergic to aloe. Some people sing its praises and they're like, woo, it's the best thing to ever happen to skincare. And other people are like, I'm allergic. But yeah, I have eczema. I have pretty sensitive skin. I have keratosis on my cheeks. I haven't noticed it irritating my skin. It is thick though. If you have oily skin, no. I don't think so. But if you have like dry skin, you might actually like it. I'm gonna talk about the most recent SPF I've been using. This is, and I've talked about this before, but I talked about the SPF 30 version. This is the SPF 50 version, which I did not know that they made, but I got it because I actually found it at REI. It was kind of an accident the way I saw it. It was just like there and they were having their sale. And I was like, well, whatever, I'm going to get it. And it's like a bigger bottle than the other Kiss My Faces. It's the Kiss My Face SPF 50 Face Factor with nourishing hydrazia. Okay, so here's the thing. I've talked about the SPF 30 before, the kind that you can get, I think you can get it at Rite Aid. I got it off Amazon and I got like 2 bottles for like 13 bucks. They're about half the size of this one though. This one's 3.4 fluid ounces. I paid like 16 bucks for it. it's lasted me a long time. But here's the thing. This is so much greasier than the others. Those others, the other one, the SPF 30 one, the one I went through 2 bottles of, is not greasy at all. And it's so moisturizing, and it just feels really good, and it just sinks right into your face, and you just can't feel it on your face. It's not greasy, you know what I mean? Like the rest of the day. It just has this really nice, like, I don't know, it makes your face feel kind of bouncy and just good. Now this, on the other hand, is a freaking oil slick. So I don't think I'm going to buy this again, honestly. I do not think I will repurchase this. It's not bad enough for me to not use the rest of it. So I'm going to use the rest of it, but it is so oily, so greasy. I just can't do it. And honestly, I thought it was going to be the same thing, just SPF 50, but it doesn't even smell the same. This smells like the lavender hand wipes you use to sanitize your shopping cart at Whole Foods. I like that smell, don't get me wrong, especially for cleaning and stuff. But this, on the other hand, I don't like the way it smells as well as I like the SPF 30. I don't like the way it feels as well as the SPF 30. And it's just not worth it, in my opinion, even if you have dry skin. I have dry skin, but I don't want something that's greasy and feels like it's sitting on top of my skin. Let's go on to some other SPF. And this one I actually haven't been able to put through the ringer yet, as in like take it to the beach on a really hot day and then cook myself in the sun and see what happens just for fun. But this is the Sun Bum Broad Spectrum SPF 50 sunscreen. I got this to wear during the summer. Now, the reason I got it was because like a lot of the reviews I read said that it wasn't greasy, said that it kind of absorbed really well. But I mainly got this for hiking. I didn't necessarily get it to wear to the beach. Normally when I go to the beach, I try to cover up as well as I can. Like I wear like a rash guard top because I just don't want to deal with sunscreen when I'm trying to wrangle a toddler. And I have like another sunscreen. I'll use like her sunscreen. We just kind of share, so I only bring one. This one might irritate her skin, so I'm not going to put it on there because this one does have a scent. It does smell good. I don't know. I haven't really gotten to test it out a lot, which is why I'm not going to give you like a full review or my full thoughts on it. But you know, I do get why people say that it feels good. It's not greasy or anything. The thing I really can't comment on though is just how good of an SPF that it is. But you know, do your research. If you want to go ahead and try it out, then go for it. But I look forward to using this for hiking. So I'm going to talk about a fingernail polish. Weird, huh? I don't usually wear fingernail polish, but I have it on right now, and oh my god, I love it. It is so pretty. It is the C&D Vinyl Luxe Weekly Polish. That was what sold me right there. I was like, dang, weekly polish? Okay, maybe I will start painting my nails. I've had it on for a couple days now, and usually my fingernails start chipping at like day 1. So they're not chipping yet. I like it so far, and I love the color of it. It is a little bit more gray. Not on my camera. My camera is getting this weird yellow cast right now. Maybe you can see it more accurately back here. The white balance goes off on my camera so much. It's just a crappy camera. That's just nothing I can do about it right now. But yeah, I love it. This is the shade Rubble. So go check it out. You might like it. Who knows? It is kind of expensive. To me, at least, $10 is a lot for a nail polish. But I don't own a lot of nail polishes, so I figure if I'm only using like one all the time, I'll be able to actually get my money's worth out of it, particularly if it does what it says and lasts a week. But since I haven't had it for a full week, I'm not going to comment on that. Because this is a recap, not a favorites video. A couple more beauty-related items. Now, generally, like, in the past, I haven't usually talked about like hair care, because hair care is not really my thing. I'm not like super into it until recently. I basically just kind of shared with my kid. Like I share like body wash and the Honest shampoo, conditioner stuff with my kid because I just never really saw any reason to like buy my own. But since a lot of you seem to actually be interested in me talking about hair care and stuff like that, then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna start buying my own shampoo. So I did. This is the Maui Moisture Strength and Anti-Breakage Agave Shampoo and Conditioner for Chemically Damaged Hair. My hair, I wouldn't say is chemically damaged. When I do get it dyed this black color, it is a gloss. It is not an ammonia-based dye. Like, it's not a permanent dye. It's just a gloss because my hair is already pretty dark in general, so it's not too hard to get it down to this shade. But the reason about this is because it smells so good. It doesn't smell exactly like it, but the reason I got it was because, does anybody remember Bath & Body Works used to have a line called Green Clover and Aloe? This is probably when I was like a freshman in high school. Yeah, like a freshman in high school, sophomore in high school. They probably discontinued it before I even graduated high school, to be honest. But it was my favorite scent that they ever had. It was called Green Clover and Aloe. It smelled so freaking good, and I've never really found anything that quite compared to it. This is not exactly like it. Doesn't have the same exact scent, but it does remind me of the Green Clover and Aloe. And like I said, it's the closest thing I've ever found to Green Clover and Aloe. And I know some people sell it on Amazon, but honestly, I don't know if you guys have ever had like old body wash and stuff, but it really does not hold its scent. It starts to smell kind of weird. So I've always been really hesitant to order something like that off Amazon because something tells me it doesn't smell the same anymore. All right, guys, that wraps up my May and June beauty recap. If you want to see some of the other stuff that I got this month that is unrelated to beauty, be sure to check out part 2 of this little video that I'm doing. I decided to kind of split these up into 2 parts this time to maybe give some people a break from the crap they don't care about. You're welcome. I'll be posting part 2 soon, so yeah, if you want to watch that, you can catch that. If you only care about the makeup and beauty stuff, that is why I split it into 2 videos. I hope you enjoyed. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Peace out.